Wolverine may be a 2025 game, Sony is considering PS Plus streaming for PlayStation Portal, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake situation gets worse, and David Hayter teases Metal Gear Solid 4. All that and more in today's PlayStation News Quickfire Edition. Let's get to them. Insomniac's next game, Marvel's Wolverine, may be released in 2025, contrary to previous speculation of a 2024 launch. Known leaker Daniel Richman, aka Daniel RPK, indicates the game will feature a quote-unquote darker and more violent tone, and will be set in the fictional Southeast Asian island of Madripoor. The city was recently portrayed in the MCU in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and is usually known as a crime-ridden lowtown. Insomniac has been the MVP of the PS5 generation so far, and a 2024 release is possible, but game development can always go either way, and a delay to 2025 could also be possible. The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster was allegedly assigned to new hires at Naughty Dog as a training project, according to BBC journalist Jordan Middler. While the remaster was recently announced with additional features and a 2024 release date, it suggested that the team under Neil Druckmann is concurrently working on Naughty Dog's new IP. Middler's reply comes to ease any worries, including mine, of the studio dedicating too much time and resources to remasters since the PS5 generation started. Sony is considering adding cloud streaming support to the PlayStation Portal in the future, according to SIE Senior Vice President of Platform Experience Hideaki Nishino. The portable is currently focused on remote play, but Nishino stated there are no technical obstacles to implementing cloud streaming, since the only difference is the server location. Speaking to AV Watch, he said, "We would like to proceed carefully while considering whether this is a good idea and whether we can truly provide gameplay without any problems." Sony just recently launched PS5 game streaming via PS Plus Premium, but the feature is only available on the console, so it makes sense they roll out slowly to more devices, including PlayStation Portal in the future. Harry Kruger, the director of Housemarque's acclaimed PS5 exclusive Returnal, is leaving the Helsinki-based developer after 14 years. Kruger announced the departure on the studio's website, expressing confidence that Housemarque's brightest chapter is yet to come, and while departing was a difficult decision, he also looks forward to his future with an exciting new project in the works. Housemarque's general manager Ilari Kuitinen acknowledges Kruger's vital role in shaping the studio, as he was part of the death of arcade phase, and later helped with the rebirth of arcade defined by Returnal. The studio is currently working on a new IP, and while high-profile exits like these are sometimes a worry, it seems Kruger left on good terms, so I don't think there's too much to worry about on the studio's next game. PlayStation Japan has teased a mysterious announcement, but no, it doesn't have to do with a new game or showcase, but rather a collaboration with Japanese band King Nu, who have worked on themes for animes like Jujutsu Kaisen. A short video featuring PlayStation sacred symbols, a crown, and the date 11/23 was posted on Twitter, sparking speculation among fans. And King Nu also shared the clip suggesting their participation. The collaboration may involve a musically themed advertising campaign, akin to PlayStation's past collaboration with other Japanese artists. Destiny 2's player count on Steam has reached an all-time low, with an average of 34.3 thousand players and a peak of 59,000 players over the last 30 days, as reported by Steam charts. This decline is notable since the game's PC version moved to Steam in October 2019. While a player base decrease is not uncommon for a game in its 7th year, Destiny 2 saw its highest concurrent player count with 316,000 users, and that was just this February after the Lightfall expansion launched. The news comes on the heels of the studio making an 8% layoff of their workforce last month, after the game has been underperforming. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake situation is worse than what we talked about in the previous video, after Embracer CEO Lars Wingfors refused to talk about the game's status in a recent earnings call. According to Jeff Grubb in his recent Game Mess Mornings podcast, Sony is no longer involved and has pulled funding, making the project seem unlikely to proceed without a big partner like that one. There may be efforts from other parties, with Lucasfilm Games interested in making it happen, but Embracer would need to find a new partner, and they are not in a good position right now. Solid Snake voice actor David Hayter has hinted at involvement in something related to Metal Gear Solid 4. After a recent meeting, he shared a post on Twitter next to a model of old Snake from the game, fueling speculation that has gone around for a while about the game being included in a Volume 2 collection. He did something similar with the release for Volume 1, saying on Twitter that the game was only the beginning for the franchise return. And it also follows a leak from the Metal Gear Solid website, further pointing out the return of MGS4 alongside Peace Walker and MGS5. MGS4 Guns of the Patriots was released for PS3 in June 2008 and has been almost trapped on that platform since then, so I would be very excited with the game getting a re-release. PlayStation Plus Deluxe and Premium have gotten new trials for Baldur's Gate 3 and The Lord of the Rings Gollum. That's one of the best games of the year and one of the worst games of the year, according to any aggregator site. So as a math philosopher once said, that's
perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
The Baldur's Gate 3 trial allows for 2 hours of gameplay, while the Lord of the Rings Gollum trial offers 1 hour, with saves carried forward if you end up purchasing the full game. It seems that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 and Borderlands 4 are in development at Gearbox, if a developer's LinkedIn profile is to be believed. The profile belonging to Randall Reese, a former employee from Gearbox subsidiary Lost Boys Interactive, mentions overseeing work on titles including Borderlands 4 UE4 and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 UE4 during a 3-month period from May to July 2022. The extent of development remains unclear, but this aligns with previous hints from Randy Pitchford about Borderlands 4, indicating a potential announcement for the series' next major title. Gaming group Bionic has acquired NDreams, a major player in VR development, for approximately $110 million. NDreams is known for PSVR 2 and PSVR titles like Fragged and Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, and had previously received a $35 million investment from Bionic for a minority stake. Bionic's acquisition is expected to support NDreams' future investment in third-party publishing and more potential studio acquisitions, reinforcing their position in the VR and mixed reality space. WB Games has denied rumors that the upcoming Wonder Woman game will be a live service title. Following a job listing that mentioned live service experience as one of the qualifications, and WB CEO David Zaslav saying the company wanted to double down on live service games, speculation arose about the game having online elements. However, WB has clarified that Wonder Woman is a single-player action-adventure with an original story in the DC universe, featuring the Nemesis system, and is not designed as a live service game. Monolith Productions first announced the game at the Game Awards nearly 2 years ago as a single-player open-world action game. A WB game that is a live service is Suicide Squad, and it recently had a new showcase focused on story and gameplay, escaping the asylum of secrecy it was locked into for over 9 months. Now developer Rocksteady and WB Games have announced a closed alpha tech test for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, scheduled from November 30 to December 4. Players can sign up now for the test on all platforms including PS5, Xbox Series and PC, giving them access to a smaller section of the game's campaign, which WB notes won't fully represent the final experience when the game launches on February 2nd next year. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Let us know in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!